Our roundtable, a virtual roundtable of sorts. Rahm Emanuel, ABC News contributor, of course, former mayor of Chicago. Mr. Mayor, what did you make of the vice president's performance tonight? You saw George press him there on court packing. He said he'll have an answer for the American people before the election. That's going to make some news.
David, I would tilt the other way rather than any specific policy. And you see it right now. The incredible respect that came from him to the questionnaires. He had a dialogue and a conversation. There's a decency to them as citizens deserving the answer. That's why he's still staying behind and doing another hour. I think it reminds me of 1992 when Bill Clinton went towards a questionnaire and George Bush was looking at his watch. It was that empathy and respect that came across to the citizens, and you can even watch it still now happening. So to me, any particular issue, that's what you're pinpointing. I think what you're looking at is somebody who actually appreciates his fellow citizens, and it captures the moment this country is worried about the kind of who we are as a country and coming together, and this is capturing. And I actually think I, like John, watched the other debate, and I would both of them simultaneously, and you got one of clarity versus I actually do think one of chaos, where the president still can't answer what his health care plan is. So to me, that's what came across was the character of Joe Biden, and that's his main selling point beyond any issue.
Rahm, thank you. You heard that. Sarah Fagen, ABC News contributor, Republican strategist. Rahm making the case that it won't be any particular issue or policy that comes out of this as a headline from the former vice president. Instead, the overall picture of him interacting with voters there. Do you agree?
I think he did help himself tonight, and I agree with Rahm. I mean, look, Joe Biden is a very decent person. But what I also saw tonight was the conflict he faces, the balancing act he tries to do every day as the leader of the Democratic Party. We heard it. We heard it. I don't like court packing. I do support fracking. You know, these are contrasts to things that he has on his website, the fracking issue. On the court packing, what I heard is he's probably going to do it because the base of his party is going to push him. You know, this is a tough call for voters, right? Because they like the decency of Joe Biden, but I think they know what he really represents is a much more liberal America.
But, Sarah, let me ask you this. In pulling out of that second debate because they wanted it to be virtual, in President Trump's decision not to do it, was that somewhat of a gift to the Biden campaign so that they could have a town hall where they're interacting with voters in such a personal way?
Well, look, these events can be risky for candidates, but I thought Joe Biden handled himself very well. He's very, very good with people. We saw that tonight. And to some degree, the Trump campaign kind of put out early on that, you know, there's a senility, he's old, he stumbles. And we didn't see that tonight. He was pretty composed and articulate.
All right, Sarah Fagen with us tonight as well. Sarah, thank you. I want to get right to Yvette Simpson, also an ABC News contributor, CEO of Democracy for America. Yvette, great to see you as always. What did you make of the vice president's performance tonight?
Hey, David. It's the best I've seen him. I think he did a great job, not just directly answering questions, talking about specific policies. And I think he took that very hard stance of acknowledging that he was wrong about the 1994 crime bill, which I think was a great position for him to take. So I think it was a great night for him. And I do think he's walking a tightrope, I think in part because if you're the leader of a party, you have to take everybody's opinions to bear. We have not seen that with Donald Trump. He's not listening to most Republicans or most people. And I actually do respect Joe Biden for, I think, having a broader perspective, listening to all sides, and actually being willing to adjust his own thinking to the realities of the day.
Yvette, thank you. I want to get into Matt Dowd, ABC News chief political analyst. And Matt, to Sarah's point, on a lot of those issues, Joe Biden trying to walk the line. He's trying to reach out to some of the moderate Republicans they're convinced they can get to come over to their side.
Well, the best presidents and the best candidates have to always walk a line. George W. Bush, who Sarah and I both worked for, had to walk a line between many of his moderate stances and the conservative part of the party. Bill Clinton had to walk a line. The best ones do that. I think the way to judge these things is what is their imperative? What is each candidate's imperative when they approach these things and come in? As we saw 2 weeks ago, Joe Biden and Donald Trump, Joe Biden was 7 points ahead 2 weeks ago. He's now 10 points ahead. And so all Joe Biden had to do tonight to win this thing and move forward is make the voters who already are voting for him or already want to vote for him comfortable in that choice. And I think he did that. Donald Trump has a much harder one, which is persuade Biden voters to move to him.
All right. Less than 3 weeks to go. Matt Dowd, thanks to you as well. Vice President taking questions even after the town hall. Byron Pitts of Nightline. What did you make of tonight?
David, one of the telling moments for me was that young black voter who talked about the lack of enthusiasm for Joe Biden at this point. it was an issue that hurt Hillary Clinton when she ran for president, and I believe it'll be an issue for Joe Biden. It's a gap he has to close. It isn't enough for many voters that he's not Donald Trump.
He said, I hope I answered your question to that young voter as well. Martha Raddatz, you and I have done so many debates together, but town halls are so different when you can have more of a conversation with the American voter.
Exactly right. And this is what Joe Biden loves. We'll probably all be in bed before Joe Biden is out of that hall. This was really his moment tonight. But the real test, David, will be next week. He won't get some of those friendly questions from those town hall people. He will have a combative President Trump, and you can guarantee he will be coming straight for him, David.
You've witnessed it before, being the moderator in the room. And Terry Moran, nothing is predictable about 2020. And look what we had tonight, a split screen here in America.
You know, David, Donald Trump will probably measure victory by ratings. The Trump show has been the Trump presidency, but the voters may look at it differently. It is essentially an opportunity for them to re-up the Trump show or to go with what the Biden presidency might be. And I think Joe Biden did make a case it would be a return to normalcy.
Terry, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.